Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been trying to work super hard on my disc golf game, doing field work, putting, all the above, playing tournaments, and I'm very happy to say that I got sponsored this year by Central PA Disc Golf. If you want to go and check out their website, just look up Central PA Disc Golf. It'll show you their address if you want to go to the store or just the website. They have a lot of good discs, great people that own it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, it is 2022, which means we need to have it in the bag video where I show you what I'm going to be bagging for the 2022 season. So let's get into it. Starting off, I use a Discraft grip bag. They are wonderful bags. I love the grip bags, and they're just great bags. Alright, starting off with my putting putters. I putt with the Lunas. I think the Luna just has a great feel, and I putt with them in the Discraft Special Blend. I think they just putt really good. They just have a little bit of fade to them, so I can just punch them out a little right of the basket, and they'll just fade in a little bit. Just a perfect putter, I think. So if you need a good putter, go pick yourself up a Luna. Buckets. So I throw the Big Z Roach. I think it's a great disc. I can just throw it flat, maybe a tad bit of hyzer, and just throw perfectly dead straight shots, or maybe a little hyzer. When I'm playing in the woods, this is a great disc. Next, I got my Paw Macbeth 2021 Luna. This thing is pretty good. I can throw it on slightly turnover shots a lot of times. Just throw it flat, tad bit of anhyzer. It'll just kind of hold that line all the way. This 2021 run just goes dead straight, and I love how they fly. Next, I have my zones. The zone is just a great go-to disc that I've been throwing for a long time. I have this ESP zone, which is really overstable. Every once in a while, when I'm about 150 feet out from the basket, I'll throw a nice little forehand or backhand at it, just kind of running it and see if I can make it. And I've had a good bit of throw-ins with this thing. Good. Get it. Come on. Oh, let's go. Next, I got my Money Stamp Get Freaky. This thing is beaten in really good. It has a lot of glide. Love how this thing flies. It's got a ton of stability. Throws so good. I usually just throw this for backhand. It's just such a good disc. Alright, now going into the mid-ranges. First up, I have my Wasp. It's pretty beaten in. It's got a little bit of flip to it. I can just throw it out, little hyzer will flip up, go straight, and then hyzer a little bit for me. Throws pretty nice. I'm really liking how it throws. It'll be a good tunnel shot disc. Next up, I have my buzzes. I have this buzz, which I love throwing for like downhill shots. A lot of times I can just throw this downhill on a nice little like almost dead straight shot, throw it flat, maybe a little anhyzer, and it'll just go all the way down the hill. And then I have this Brody buzz, just a good overstable buzz. I can just throw it out flat and let it just fade for me. If you guys don't bag a buzz, you guys are missing out. These are great discs. Alright, going into my fairway drivers. I bagged the Passion as of this year. I got the first run Passion, and I really like them because it's got a lot of skip. I can throw it on a little hyzer. It'll flip up a little bit. Like I can throw it really hard on hyzer. Flips up a tad bit, goes pretty straight, and then has a good skip at the end. I don't really think it's as flippy as like the flight numbers say it is. The flight numbers say it's kind of flippy, but for me, this one just is slightly overstable, I would say. A little bit of flip. It's a pretty good disc.
Yep. Yeah, that was good.
And then I have my Undertakers. I have this Undertaker for just some really cool tunnel shots. And it's decently flippy. This thing's pretty flippy. Been throwing it for a while. Then I got my blue Z-line Undertaker. This is kind of like this is like a 163. It's pretty light. This I can just throw out on hyzer. It'll flip up, turn over. It's very reliable. I know what this thing is gonna do every time I throw it. Such a good disc. And if I ever just have a sweet little forehand upshot, I can just throw this, and I know what it'll do. It'll just flex a little bit and then curve towards the basket. And then this is the Vulture. I wasn't bagging this for a while. All last year, I was not bagging the Vulture, but decided to put it back in for the 2022 season. And I'm liking how it's flying so far. I can throw it just a little hyzer, let it flip up, and just get some really cool shots with it. It'll flex pretty good for me. And I throw it forehand every once in a while, but mostly backhand. Moving on to my distance drivers. First up, I have my Onyx. This is a really pretty disc. This one's pretty new to my bag. I just got this one a little bit ago, but I love how it flies. It's overstable, it's flat, it feels good backhand and forehand. I could throw some pretty cool shots with this. Great hyzer disc. If you guys don't have an Onyx, you need to go get one. They're super good disc. Next up, I have a first Run Zeus. This is just good for those super good bomber holes. When you just need to hyzer flip something up, I can push this out probably like 360 to 400 feet, I'm thinking, with this Zeus. First run. Then I have this dyed Zeus. I dyed this. It looks pretty cool. I like the patterns on it. This I've had in the bag for a little while now. Throws really far. Love how this thing flies. If I just need something to flip up, like say I need to throw a hyzer shot, but let it flip up and just glide for a while, I can grab this Zeus, have it flip up a little bit, and just go super far. Or if I want to, I can throw some cool flex shots with it. But just a great disc. Then I have my Paw Macbeth Kong. I don't throw this disc that much, but every once in a while when it's windy and I need something overstable, I'm reaching for this thing. Or if I'm playing like big bomber courses, I'll throw this. This is pretty overstable. Usually I throw this on anhyzer because I can't get this thing to flip up. It's not beaten in enough yet. But pretty good disc. I like it. Then next up, I think is my absolute favorite disc of all time. It is going to be the Esp Forces. I love how Forces fly. This one, I dyed this. This thing I can throw some really cool flex shots with. I can throw it anhyzer or just hold that anhyzer for a really long time. I can throw this thing super far. And every once in a while I'll just throw some nice hyzer flip up shots with it. It'll flip up and then I know it's just going to hyzer out for me and dump. Great disc. If you don't bag a Force, you need to get one. They're super cool. And then I just have a fresh Force. It's brand new. This is just for like my overstable shots. This thing doesn't have any flip. This thing just wants to dump. This thing's never turning over. I could throw this thing into a really strong headwind. This thing's gonna hyzer for me and do exactly what I want. Alright guys, there you have it. There's my 2022 in the bag. I hope you guys like what I have in the bag, and I hope to see you guys out there for the 2022 season. Please like and subscribe and comment down below.